Jack Doherty didn't just fade from fame, and he got evicted from it. And honestly, most people saw it coming, because this is the same guy who built his online empire on chaotic pranks, reckless stunts, and treating controversy like it was a business model. Now, the once high-flying YouTuber is back at his mom's house, trying to rebuild what's left of his career. A long fall for someone who once seemed unstoppable. But before everything collapsed, Jack Doherty's story was a case study in how fast internet fame can turn into a financial disaster. So let's rewind. Back in 2017, a 14-year-old Jack picked up a camera and accidentally discovered one of the simplest and most dangerous formulas for online fame. Be loud. Be shocking. Push limits. He started filming pranks that often targeted random people in public, the kind that escalated quickly and always got a big reaction. The internet loved it. By 2019, Jack was earning between $40,000 and $60,000 a month just from ad revenue. Then came sponsorships from energy drink brands and mobile game companies, deals that pushed his income into six figures every single month. And for a teenager, that was life-changing money. But for Jack, it wasn't about saving or planning. It was about spending. The first thing he did was rent a luxury mansion for $30,000 a month. Not buy, rent, because what mattered most was showing the lifestyle, not actually owning it. Next came the cars. A McLaren, a Lamborghini, a Rolls-Royce, all expensive, all for content. To his audience, it looked like success. To Jack, it was just the start of a spending addiction that would eventually destroy him. The image he built was the dream. A young millionaire who made it by just having fun. But behind the scenes, the foundation was already cracking. By 2022, the kind of prank content that made Jack famous was no longer bringing in the same money. YouTube's algorithm was changing, sponsors were becoming more selective, and ad rates were dropping fast. Jack needed a new source of income, and fast. That's when he tried to reinvent himself as a talent manager. At first it sounded professional, but in practice, it became a business that raised serious ethical questions. He began signing young influencers to his management group, offering them easy money, exposure, and guidance. But his contracts took the majority of their earnings while giving him control over how they worked. One of those influencers, McKinley Richardson, who also dated Jack for 2 years, later came forward about the experience. She said she felt pressured and controlled, and that Jack took over nearly every aspect of her creative work. When she finally left, she didn't just walk away, she took the entire business with her. Jack suddenly lost his main income source overnight. And instead of processing that privately, he went live. He streamed for hours talking about the breakup, reading messages from fans, and trying to justify what happened. It was like watching someone try to turn a personal crisis into content in real time. In the following weeks, his income collapsed from hundreds of thousands to just a fraction of that. The mansion rent was due, car payments stacked up, and staff still needed to be paid. The math no longer worked. Jack Doherty was officially in trouble, but he wasn't ready to let go. Instead of slowing down, he doubled down, searching for his next big money play. And that's where his story takes a darker turn, because when traditional content failed, Jack tried something new, something that would later define the next stage of his downfall. He turned to crypto. And not just any crypto. Jack Doherty dove headfirst into the influencer crypto gold rush. Except like most of them, he didn't really understand what he was getting into. He began promoting small, unverified tokens on social media, the kind that promised insane returns. Community-driven projects and exclusive early access. In reality, most were pump-and-dump schemes that left his followers holding the bag. Jack would post videos hyping them up, watch the price skyrocket, cash out, and move on to the next one. It was fast money. Until people started connecting the dots, screenshots began circulating, showing Jack's wallet addresses and suspiciously timed trades. Suddenly, what had looked like smart investments started to look like exploitation. Fans who had once seen him as a goofy prankster now accused him of scamming his own audience. And when the heat got too high, Jack did what he always did. He deflected, streamed, and made jokes about it. But this time, the internet wasn't laughing. By mid-2023, several of his former collaborators started speaking out, not just about the crypto stuff, but about how toxic things had gotten behind the scenes. They described a content house culture that revolved around non-stop filming, drinking, and constant pressure to one-up each other for clicks. One creator said, "It wasn't fun anymore. It was just chaos disguised as content." And as sponsors began to back away, the empire Jack built on shock value started crumbling from within. His team members left, his contracts expired, his luxury mansion lease ran out. Eventually, he was asked to leave the property entirely. Eviction notices, unpaid balances, the works, and that's how the kid who once bragged about owning multiple supercars ended up back home, surrounded by reminders of how fast it all went away. But even then, Jack didn't stop chasing the next high. He started a new venture, an OnlyFans management agency. According to him, it was all about helping creators monetize their platforms. But critics saw something else: exploitation, manipulation, and blurred ethical lines between business and personal relationships. Former partners claimed he took large percentages, controlled their image, and pushed them into posting more explicit content to boost revenue. What started as a management company began to look disturbingly like an online version of coercion. And soon enough, the internet caught on again. Exposés started popping up on TikTok and YouTube, creators sharing stories, screenshots, contracts. Jack tried to fight back with his own videos, calling them liars, saying it was all jealousy or cancel culture, but this time, the narrative had slipped completely out of his control. By late 2024, Jack Doherty wasn't trending for stunts or Lamborghinis anymore. He was trending for lawsuits, broken partnerships, and accusations that left his reputation in ruins. Today, Jack's story isn't just about internet fame gone wrong. It's a reminder that the same energy that builds your empire can just as easily destroy it, especially when your brand depends on chaos. Because at some point, the clicks stop coming, the sponsors stop calling, and all that's left is the person behind the camera, forced to face the fallout. And for Jack Doherty, that moment came hard, fast, and publicly. The kid who once pranked the world ended up becoming the punchline of his own story.